Hi Kenny, I would not like you to speak out my name. I'm just 15 years old. I have OCD and I also face a lot of mental issues like panic attacks, anxiety, and sometimes depression. Usually, when I'm going through these types of illness, I prefer listening to your podcast. It has really helped me to overcome my panic attacks because during panic attacks, I don't usually prefer being alone. And your podcast has helped me a lot to overcome them. And thank you so much for that. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me during my bad time, even though you didn't know me. Oh, that's so sweet. Feeling bad for you also. I've been consulting a counselor in my school. I don't tell my parents about visiting the counselor because they always overreact to my panic attacks and anxiety and all these mental illness. They just think I'm doing this for attention. They're just being the typical Indian parents reacting to mental illness. Or all they know about mental illness is stress. Okay. So you're saying they don't see it as mental illness, they see it as stress. Anyway, first of all, I have to call you something, so I'll call you Neha. Neha, good thing you're going to a counselor. I'm sorry you can't share it with your parents, but good job. Being 15, you're taking action. That's incredible. I'm sorry that at this young age, you're dealing with such serious things like anxiety, depression, and panic attacks. I've been increasingly noticing that a lot of young 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds are getting panic attacks. And it's something that's new to me because growing up, I didn't see that a lot. Or maybe we didn't know what it was. We're also privileged to know that your heart rate increasing, shortness of breath, puking, they're all signs of stress or panic. We know that anxiety is a real thing. We know depression is a real thing. I'm hoping, Neha, that at some point you can talk to a relative you feel comfortable with, like a cousin who's more mentally aware and could accompany you to a therapist or a psychiatrist who can give you meds if required, if that helps. You're very young, so I don't know. Again, I'm not a mental health professional, but I would recommend going with a cousin or an older friend who can take you to a therapist or a psychiatrist, and you can reject or accept whatever diagnosis they give. But also sometimes I feel you don't need to overanalyze it. You have panic attacks now, it's okay. It doesn't mean you'll be with you for the rest of your life. It is also a high stress environment. Your parents are not entirely wrong. Anxiety, stress, and depression is caused a lot by the environment as well. There are seasonal depression, mild depression. A lot of people, when they have quit their jobs or moved to another place or are in a different part of their lives, the depression has reduced or gone. So you need to figure out if this is a proper clinical diagnosis or situational. So if it's really coming in the way of your life, you can't focus on your studies, I would say prioritize on going to a proper therapist and asking your cousin or family member who can sponsor that, ask your counselor itself if they can help you. But yeah, it's quite scary that I would call you a kid because I'm 31, that someone half my age is going through this. I'm just feeling bad for you that you can't tell your parents, and I feel like don't get frustrated about that because my parents also took a lot of time to understand a lot of concepts, and it's just a product of age. We are very lucky that now it's spoken about so much. Now therapy is not seen like a taboo thing. It's seen like, a legit. It's like going to the doctor, going to a therapist. So Neha, just hold on, okay? And I'm so glad that this show is somehow helping you. Hey, if listening to 1 hour long podcast isn't your thing, this is a perfect channel for you. Subscribe for more such short recordings of me talking alone or with my friends. And I won't be a true YouTuber if I don't say like, share and subscribe. Bye.